In this quick video guide, I want to show you how you can use tools in Blender that will help you to package your UVs. So we're going to see how we can quickly create a map, and do some unwrapping, and also how to create a quick package of our UVs and export this layout to another software, graphic design software, perhaps, when you can create your packaging. So this can be good for exporting light maps. And for example, if you want to create a video game, you need assets with the light maps. You can, easily get things organized and manage the UVs. But also, if you want to do product design, you need to apply graphics. You need to do packaging and things like that. So this model right here, and the wrapping and unwrapping was done in another video. So you can check the previous video in the playlist, or you can also look for similar video guides in the channel about this topic. Also, you will find courses in Blender, so check out the channel. So I modeled this simple kind of table shape using a cube with really few passages, or you can use a cube if you want. And I applied a texture from Polyoven. So I just created a new material, and here with the yellow dot, I selected an image texture, and then I click on open to apply the texture. Again, this was a texture from Polyoven that you can also find, and this is shown in the previous video again, so I'm not gonna do that again. So it's this right here, which are like row plank wall, if you wanna get it. So you can see it's showing like this because I've already done the mapping. For the mapping and unwrapping, I've used the add-on Magic UV. So you go to Edit Preferences and go to Add-ons, look for Magic, turn on the Magic UV add-on, and then you have a set of tools. Once you get in edit mode, you can see here, if you go in the sidebar, if you press N, go to Edit, you will have these three extra panels that you can use for mapping, manipulation, UV manipulation, copy and paste mapping, and so on. Now, in our case, this is the one that I've used. So what I've done, essentially, let me just change the mapping so we can see. So if I do texture projection and enable, and I can project any image like this, so you can see it's getting the projection from the view, the point of view of the camera. Okay, this is just to show you that we have this situation right now. So if I want to do a correct mapping, I can select everything, select all the faces, and then do box. Now, since this is a really simple object, box is fine. Otherwise, you can try best planner. And you can see it's pretty big. So if I want to scale it, I can also use the UV editing interface in Blender and select scale and then scale it down. So you can see that it kind of fits this image space right here. Now let's get back the previous image. This was the Blender Kit logo, by the way. But just, you can apply any image. Now I want to apply again the texture, this one here. So I'm just gonna open the image. Okay, so now we can see that the texture is showing better instead of using the view projection. So I use usually the UVW box mapping is really quick, and then you can scale this a little bit. Now, what if we want to create a perfect package for this? Now, for the packaging, for the next exports, for the light maps, we need either use the texture or not. So what we need is just the information of the UV. So what we do is go back to UV editing editor. So you can also open it from here, is the UV editor. And again, select all the faces, go to UV, and here, again, these are the tools coming from Magic UVs, and you also have pack UVs. So this is a quickly packing command that we can use, and there it is. So we can now use this for Lightmap, if we export this mapping, or the object with the mapping, or we can use this for packaging, because every single face is not overlapping, so we can treat each single face separately. I can also select it from here. So you can see that if I select the top part, is down here at the bottom. So this is the part where I want to work. So when you want to export your UVs, again, you can select all the UVs from here, or you can also move these, scale them, whatever, if you want. Now, in this case, I just want to export the layout. So if I go to UV and I go to export UV layout, this is how I can export it. Now, I have already exported this, and I've called this let me show you here. So this is a PNG image, by the way, and I call this UV PNG. Now, thanks to the PNG format, I can also export the transparent background. And this is where I can define the size in pixels and also the fill opacity if I want. Now, I have also done another, you can also export in other ways. You can export the image. So if you go here, you can just save as, and this is going to save the image. So whatever you have done so far in Blender, you can also paint in Blender. You can do other stuff there. If you are interested, you can check the Blender video courses in the channel again. So this is just operations with UVs. So you can, you see here also you have unwrap, pack. These are all things that you can do. But the main thing is right now, if you want to do packaging outside Blender, is to export the layout. Now for the packaging, I've chosen the GIMP software, which is open source like Blender. So I can just go to File, and instead of going into New, I will open the image that I want to use as a base for my packaging. So in this case, I'm just using the same texture that I have downloaded, again, from Polyhaven in the previous video. So now we have just the base of our work that is going to be in packaging. Now let's also go to File, and I'm going to go now to Open as Layers, so I can add more layers. And in this case, I'm going to use the layout. So UV PNG open, and that's it. So I remember that this was the top of the table, so I'm just going to use this one here, but you can work on every single face. Now in here in GIMP, you can use different tools. You can use the paint tools, for example. Let's paint some dirt here with black. Let's turn down the opacity so I can like paint stains and dirt and wherever. So I can be really specific with this. And if I want to work with graphics, apply graphics, not just improving the tesseract, I can just use text if I want. I don't know really what to do. Let's just do an X. And if I want to apply some preset prepare logo, I can go to File, open a new layer, and I'm gonna get some of my logo that I have in here. So these are some logos, and of course, if you have transparent logo, that's gonna be transparent as well in Blender. So let me just find one. There you go. This should be transparent. So I'm gonna go to Open and Convert. So this is the logo right here, and I can move it into. Oops. Okay. Be careful not to move the wrong image. Just gonna go redo. Okay. I wanna make sure I'm selecting the logo, and I want to place it here on the top of the table like this. This is just a quick thing. I don't want to be really precise. So I'm gonna re-export everything. So I'm gonna export, and let's export these. Well, you can use JPEG, you can use PNG, depending if you want to save the transparency, the alpha channel. In this case, I'm going to do something really quick. So I'm going to call this UV packaging. Okay, and just export it as JPEG. And here is where you can define the quality and everything, compression. Now, here we are back in Blender. So this is the original material right here. I can either create a new one, I can duplicate, you have many options. Let's duplicate. So I'm gonna select this new material. So now this is a new material. So if I want, I can get back to the previous materials from here. I can assign different materials. I can also assign different materials to different parts of the object if I want, so I can just work with the top. But right now we just change the texture. So I'm gonna click again on this folder and select the new texture that is gonna override the previous one. So it's this one here, UV packaging JPG, open, and there you go. So this is the new image, the new image texture applied to the old 3D model that we use for packaging, and that's it. So this is the how we can use really quick pack UV feature, export and import the packaging texture. So this will be all for this video guide. If you enjoyed, please subscribe, stay updated, check other video courses and video guides in our channel. If you want to support us, you can join the channel as a supporter. This will help us to create more videos. So thanks for watching. See you in the next.